cut I forgot
babe
ขอบคุณค่ะ
thank you babe
ไม่เข้าใจ
ครับ
การลงทุนในหุ้นมีความเสี่ยงโปรดศึกษาข้อมูลก่อนการลงทุนทุกครั้ง
สวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีทุกท่านค่ะเกดนะคะเกดจากช่อง Case Studio นะคะวันนี้นะคะเกดก็มี Special Guest นะคะที่ไม่ค่อยจะรู้จักเลยกันทีเดียวนะคะก็เป็นสามีของเกดนั่นเองนะคะเพราะว่ามีเพื่อนๆนะคะถามมานะคะในเรื่องของสต็อกนะคะการลงทุนในหุ้นนะคะที่อเมริกานะคะแล้วก็พอดีว่าสามีเกดนะคะก็มีความรู้เรื่องนี้แล้วก็ได้ลงทุนมาเป็นระยะเวลานานพอสมควรเลยทีเดียวนะคะเกดก็เลยให้สามีนะคะมาเป็นตัวช่วยนะคะช่วยในการตอบคำถามให้เกดหน่อยเพราะว่าเกดไม่มีความรู้ด้านนี้จริงๆนะคะก็เดี๋ยวเรามาดูกันนะคะว่าเราจะได้ไอเดียหรือประสบการณ์อะไรจากสามีเกดค่ะเพื่อที่สำหรับท่านที่จะไปเริ่มต้นนะคะที่จะลงทุนนะคะได้เอาไว้เป็นไอเดียนะคะก็เอาละค่ะเรามาเริ่มกันเลยนะคะ Hi Bryce can you introduce yourself
Hi babe I'm actually Kate's husband and my name is Bryce Petiris and I'm here to answer some questions that she has
Okay so the first question is how long have you been start the stock market to invest in the stock market?
Oh, so I started in 2012, and that was about 6 years ago, close to 6 years ago. And at first, when I started, I didn't know anything about investing or the stock market in general.
How much you start?
How much I started initially? I started with a small set, about $5,000.
Okay, so and now. Can you accumulate how much you make from the benefit?
Yeah, I mean overall since that time I think I made a total of 70,000 over the course of the years until now.
70,000.
70,000.
That much?
Well, when I bought this house, I didn't have enough money to do the down payment.
Yes.
So basically, my entire portfolio for my stock, in that case, it was Facebook. Came up to the 10% total payment that I made for the house here.
So you used that benefit to buy the house?
Right. So I basically cashed out all of my earnings.
So how much?
About $52,000.
So you make 52,000 from that too? Yeah. So
52 grand.
Wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, so proud of my husband. อย่าเกลียดกันนะ อุตส่าห์เขามาใช้งานเราก็ต้องชมหน่อยใช่ไหม ไม่เข้าใจครับ โอเคไม่เป็นไรไม่เข้าใจไม่เป็นไร Okay next question is how do you start to invest in the stock market how
Okay so the way how I started is because I didn't know anything about it I had to ask someone that actually had experience now
so who
his name was and he worked at the bank where I work at and he appeared to have a lot more experience in investing than I did, obviously.
So he recommend you to invest in the stock instead of sitting your money in the bank account. Is that correct?
Well, one he said instead of leaving your money in the bank, he said you should be using it to buy, index funds or, invest. And I asked him, I said, how can I get started? And he gave me some pointers, some advice. He said, well, you could invest in index funds first, right? Or if you're more aggressive, you should invest in what you call A-grade stocks, meaning that they have high market capitalization, like, stocks like Netflix or Apple, Facebook, Google, even Amazon at the time.
Okay, I see. So what he recommend you, the first is index fund. Second is in the A-grade stock. So what is the important point that we should
One is do your research.
Do your research.
That's the most important point.
About that company you want to buy.
Yeah, right, before you buy it.
Okay,
Two is look at the potential on the company growth. So if the company has, you believe that it has potential, then in that case, sometimes you really have to follow your own advice, right? Or your own research. You'll have people that will tell you, like analysts, stock analysts that will say, oh, this stock is going to do this or do that. But literally, you do not have to follow exactly what they say because, some of the time, nobody can predict the market, how it's going to go. So it's really based on your choice and not what other people tell you.
But you use that information to analyze also, right? Okay.
3 is when you buy, you have to be very confident that you're going to, you know, if you're going to lose that much money, you have to be ready for it. If you're going to win that much money, you have to be ready for it. So one is you have to have a strong mindset. So let's say, I'll give you an example. I'm a long-term holder for Facebook. And, you know, recently...
Excuse me, who tell you to buy Facebook?
You did. Okay.
Good job.
So basically what happened was Facebook really took a dive. And some people got scared. We ended up selling. And, you know, what I did was I actually sold it to buy it at a later time at a cheaper price. And then when I did, the stock just went back up again. And then basically I got all my profits back.
So what I heard is, I think this is the your way. What he do is like he gonna sell it like cut loss, right? You have the limit, and then if you lost it, you cut loss.
Yeah. So the way how I see it is, you always think about your profit margin. So if you think you 5% or 10% or even like for me for Facebook, it's basically 30% or more.
How many if it's is it decreased?
Right.
How many percent
So
you gonna sell it?
when you're decreasing, let's say if the stock going negative and
For how
basically your threshold is minus 10% that you can take it, and you give yourself a limit that you're gonna sell it.
Okay.
But it's up to you. But you know, sometimes the way how I do it is, sometimes I sell it when the market is actually really good. I sell it because it's at the highest point. So if you have a stock that actually reached an all-time high, then that's when you can sell it, because you know maybe a couple weeks it's gonna go back down to like minus $10 or something or more. So that's when you can buy it back at a cheaper price, and then when it goes back up, you're gonna get more money back. You have a lot of apps on you know, iPhone, Android. You could download them. There's a good one I use. It's called Sigfid, SIGFID. So that one gives a lot of news on the back end. And like I said, there's a lot of them out there. And basically, if you're a casual reader, sometimes you want to read about the company, and you know, you could get some in-depth knowledge that, you know, you could notice trends. And if you're good at noticing trends, then you know, then you can actually be successful at the stock market and even index funds. But index funds are a lot safer. One, you make sure you have enough, you know, save money, and
it's supposed to be the money that they're ready to lose, because it's kind of like high rates, high return, right?
It really depends how you are. It's you know, sometimes it could be an aggressive stock. For me, you know, there was one where I was all in at one point for Facebook, but I really believed in it because, one, I visited the company, and we had a friend that actually worked there. Also gave us a tour, and
very good.
And yeah, there was a lot, you know, like a lot of factors that, you know, applied to it.
So one, they have to have money to invest. Second, what they have to do?
Stable job. Make sure you have a stable job.
Okay.
You could open an account, like a trading account.
Open a trading account.
The best part too is you have to make sure that you have an app that you can have installed on your phone, so that way you could track your trades. You could now buy directly, like buy shares directly from your phone on the app itself.
So
for the bank.
What is that application?
The one I use is Schwab. So I use Schwab, and
so I open the account with Schwab, and then I put money in there, and then I use that money to trade.
Right. If you're not using an IRA, like a traditional IRA to trade, like which I am using now actually, when you do open a bank account for like the regular account for trading, just keep a note that for every profit that you gain, you have to pay Uncle Sam 15% of his profits.
So 15% will be
right.
charged.
So if you win like $1,000, you still owe, you know, you have to pay taxes, which will go up to $150.
คือถ้าใครอยากจะเริ่มนะคะ Stock Market นะคะก็สามารถทำได้ตามเทคนิคต่างๆที่บอกมาได้เหล่านี้เลยนะคะก็เป็นสิ่งที่สามีเกดทำที่ซึ่งเกดก็พอรู้มาคร่าวๆบ้างแต่ว่าวันนี้ได้มารู้รายละเอียดมากขึ้นกับเพื่อนๆเนี่ยนะคะพร้อมๆกันนะคะ Okay, so last question is what is your recommendation for the new investor to invest in the stock market?
I just say don't be afraid. If you really believe in it, then you can have other people that will kind of say that the stock is not good for you. It's really more.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah, believe in yourself, and to make your research, do your research. Make sure it's not a penny stock, because penny stocks are like gambling, meaning that you buy a stock at $1, you're gonna lose it fast.
So first is don't be afraid for your recommendation.
Yeah.
And do you have anything else?
That's it.
That's
It's
don't be
pretty
afraid.
simple. Believe in yourself, and
Go for
one
it.
last piece of advice is I'm not responsible for you losing if you are losing, because that's up to you to make your decision.
Good job, babe. That's
Alright.
a good recommendation. Okay วันนี้นะคะก็ say thank you to my husband very much for this all information about stock, and I think some of my audience can have some idea about how they can invest in the stock market in America. Okay, not in Thailand. Okay, this is in America, but,
Yeah, it's different.
but I think you guys can use this idea นะคะก็คือเราสามารถใช้ไอเดียนี้นะคะในการที่จะเอาไปใช้กับที่ประเทศไทยก็ได้นะคะก็คือ stock market มันก็แนวเดียวกันนั่นเองนะคะก็วันนี้นะคะ thank you very much my husband Bryce Petty Bus for being a special guest for me today. Thank
Okay,
you.
babe.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Alright, thank you, babe.
ขอบคุณค่ะวันนี้นะคะเกดก็ขอลาทุกท่านไปก่อนนะคะแล้วก็หวังว่าเทปนี้จะเป็นประโยชน์นะคะให้กับน้องๆนะคะมีเพื่อนที่ถามเข้ามาในเรื่อง stock market นะคะไม่มากก็น้อยแล้วก็เกดฝากให้กด subscribe ให้เกดด้วยนะคะเพื่อที่จะให้เป็นกำลังใจให้เกดมีแรงทำเทปดีๆต่อไปนะคะวันนี้บ๊ายบายค่ะบ๊ายบายจุ๊บ
Bye bye.
จุ๊บ